Hi everybody, how y'all doing? And welcome back to Let's Talk Sports. I'm going over all of the events that took place from August 2nd all the way to August 10th. Now, we all know that SummerSlam was August 2nd and August 3rd. So I'm gonna go over all the winners and what I think that should have been better and what should have been done. Now we all know for the World Heavyweight Championship, CM Punk defeated Gunther, but as always and always, anytime someone get that heavyweight championship belt, it always some kind of disputation with that. Seth Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank and defeated CM Punk, who was exhausted, beating Gunther because that was a battle brawl for death, beating Gunther. And then Seth Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank and he defeated CM Punk. CM Punk was already tired. So a fresh, energetic Seth Rollins took advantage of retired CM Punk, cashed his Money in the Bank briefcase in, body slammed CM Punk a couple of times, and went for the pin. It was over. So now your new heavyweight championship belongs to Seth Rollins as CM Punk was backstabbed again by Seth Rollins' posse. Moving on, Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul defeated Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. Now, I love that matchup there because Jelly Roll did his thing as a wrestler as he made his wrestling debut for WWE. Is this something for Jelly Roll? Yes. Only thing I asked for Jelly Roll to do is to get in shape a little bit because he was winded, and trust me, it was a brutal match because you got Mr. Fly High himself, Logan Paul. He jumped off the ring ropes and flattened Jelly Roll on the announcer table. But Jelly Roll said, I'm not quitting. He ain't left Randy Orton hanging. Even though they lost the match, but I love the team inspiration from Jelly Roll as he stuck there with his partner. Because both Randy Orton and Jelly Roll got spanked by Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. I mean, that was a battle breakdown of my life as I saw it. Now, moving right along, the WWE Women's Championship match, Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. As we all know, Tiffany Stratton defeated Jade because of the mistakes Jade made. One, when jaded Tiffany Stratton, she lost her position of the rings, allowing Tiffany Stratton to go head on and use the ring ropes against her. Anytime y'all play or go against Tiffany Stratton for that title, keep Tiffany Stratton in the middle of the ring. And then what hurted Jade was still trying to go ahead and do the jaded off the third ring ropes, but Tiffany Stratton countered the somersault flip, and Jade was already exhausted. And 1, 2, 3, Tiffany Stratton still remains as the WWE Women's Champion. On the tag team, yes, Lord, tag team indeed with Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Raquel Rodriguez, and Roxanne Perez. The winners of that matchup, and I am so goddamn happy. I am so damn happy that Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair defeated Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. Well, you know Roxanne Perez is filling in for Liv Morgan due to her shoulder injury she took, but I am so happy. I am so happy that Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez are no longer tag team champions. Period. Now on Monday Night Raw, they decided to go ahead on and battle them again for the back titles, and they lost again. So yes, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair are the real deal, and is a new tag team champions for WWE. Great matchup, man. One thing I love about this Roman Reigns teamed up with Jey Uso as they defeated Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. One thing about Jey Uso, boy, that opening anthem, boy, his giddy up anthem. Yes, Jey Uso got his thing thumping, got it clean. Roman Reigns was in on it. But the thing is, a lot of people was concerned when we see more of Roman Reigns and Jey Uso teaming up as tag team partners as they take on tag team opponents in the WWE. Now we're moving on to Sunday. Yes, Sunday, baby. As Cody Rhodes defeated John Cena, that was a great matchup, all out street fight ring ropes was coming down, etc. One thing about Cody Rhodes that he hung in tight with John Cena. I mean, John Cena was throwing everything at him, and Cody Rhodes was accepting. They were just both battling each other, but Cody Rhodes stand out on top, defeating John Cena for the WWE Undisputed Championship title. One thing I love about John Cena, and I love John Cena, I'm old school. I roll with the old school boys. Yes, sir. So John Cena said, cut the music, let me listen to my fans, my supporters, as you see me walked out the arena for the final and last time because he is not coming back. Now we all know that John Cena do some movies, so he got one movie out where he got with Iris either Iris. He got that movie out. He got a couple more movies coming on the way out as well too. So you mostly find John Cena making movies. That's where he's at now. But he made his final debut in the ring for WWE for the final last time as he walked out, as he always walked out as a champion, Americans champion. Yes. The Intercontinental Championship, Dominic Mysterio defeated AJ Styles. That was good, but AJ Styles didn't have enough in the tank to take the belt away from Dominic Mysterio as he held on as the International Continental Championship. The United States Championship match, stage cage match, Solo Sequoia defeated Jacob Fatu, and that was a battle match between them two. But only one could survive as Solo Sequoia say, you know what, I got this, I own this, I earned this. Yes, as he walked out as the United States Championship, new United States Championship as he defeated Jacob Fatu in the steel cage match. Now, this Women Intercontinental Championship, I don't know what's going on. It was a no disqualification match. So as we all know, Bayley came out and interrupted the match as she accidentally knocked out Lyra, and Becky Lynch went in on for the pin as she defeated Lyra in the match. I don't know what is going on with this Women's Intercontinental Championship. And as we already know, that Lyra cannot compete for that championship no more. So I guess it's all stage up for Bayley and whoever's in line to becomes the next international continental championship. New holder as anyone out there that can face Becky Lynch and defeat her. Because somebody need to put Becky Lynch out for the count and have her go back home to her family. Yes, Becky Lynch still holds it. Lyra can't compete for it no more, but she can still make appearances as she got to work her way up to the top again. So it is what it is. Becky Lynch walked away as Women's Intercontinental Champion, as always. Now the WWE Tag Team Title 6 Pack TLC match. The WWE Tag Team Champions are the Wyatt Sticks defeated the Street Profit, the Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, Faxum, and Andrade and Ray Phoenix. It was a ball, crazy, phenomenal. It is what it is. As you had one person walked away was the Wyatt Sticks 6, and they defeated all of them in the tag team title 6-pack match. So now we're going to go ahead on and switch over lanes as I go ahead and give you the scores and top performance of WNBA from August 2nd. August 2nd, Lennox played the Aces as they mutilated them. I mean, they just demolished them so badly, 111-58. And they just couldn't keep up as Lennox put up first half, they put up 35 points. Second, they put up 32 points. Third, they put up 25, and the fourth, they put up 19. It was just too much Lennox. The bench of the Lennox was just too strong for the Aces as they fall short, losing to the Lennox 111-58. Moving on to Sunday, August 3rd in WNBA, Liberty took on the Suns as they defeated the Suns 87-78. Your top performance in that game was Anosko from New York, had 36 points, 11 rebounds. And on Connecticut side, Murrow had 16 points, 9 rebounds, as the Liberty defeated the Suns at 87-78. Moving right along, you had the Mystics got spanked by Atlanta Dream. Atlanta holding it strong as they ran out over Mystics 99-83. Your top performers in the game was Arifin of Washington, had 22 points and 3 steals. And you had Gray had 22 points and 6 rebounds as the Atlanta Dreams defeated Mystics 99-83. The Fevers, it was a good game. The Fever defeated the Storm 78-74. Your top performers in the game, Howard from Indiana had 21 points. Williams of Seattle had 21 points and 9 rebounds. Mercury just slam dunked all over the Sky as they ran all over them 83-87. Your top performance in the game was on Phoenix side. Thomas had 10 rebounds, 10 points, and 10 assists. She had her a triple-double as she went ahead and did her thing. And on Chicago side, you had Williams had 15 points, 15 rebounds. Not too much for Angel Reese because they were just shut down badly by Mercury 83-87. And the Aces dominated Valkyries 101-77. What's up with the Aces? Aces are hard rolling here as they defeated Valkyries 101-77. Your top performers in the game, Amari of Golden State had 14 points, 9 rebounds. Young of Las Vegas had 20 points, 8 assists. Moving right along to August 5th, that's a Tuesday. You had Liberty spank the Wings 85-76, your top performers of their game. Bucker had 21 points and 8 rebounds from Dallas. And on New York side, Jones had 15 points, 10 rebounds. It just wasn't enough for the Wings as the Liberty ran all over them 85-76. Moving right along, you had Sky. Oh, they jumped back in the win column. Yes, Chicago Sky jumped back into the win column and defeated the Mystics 78-64. Your top performers of that game, Citron of Washington had 13 points, 4 steals. And Cardoso of Chicago had 16 points, 13 rebounds. Moving right along, Sparks ran all over the Fire, defeating them by 9 points. As the Sparks ran away with the victory, defeating Fever 100-91. Top performers of their game, Mitchell of Indiana had 34 points, 6 assists. Sparks Plum of LA had 25 points, 11 assists. Mercury defeated the Suns 82-66. Top performers, T. Charles of Connecticut had 16 points, 7 rebounds, as well as on the Phoenix side, Thomas had 13 points, 12 rebounds, and 12 assists, another triple-double. As Thomas did their thing, as Phoenix ran all over Connecticut Suns, 82-66. And Storm ran all over by Lennox by 4 points, 91-87. Your top performers of the game is Shepard of Minnesota had 13 points, 13 rebounds. Owamik had 23 points and 6 rebounds from Seattle. Moving right along to the 6th of August, Aces and Valkyries played as the Aces graduated with the victory 78-72. Top performers of the game, Russell of Las Vegas had 27 points, 7 rebounds. Hayes had 14 points, 9 rebounds from Golden State. It just was not enough as the Aces ran all over the Valkyries. August 7th, Dream defeated Sky 86-65. On the Atlanta side, Gray had 25 points. Cardoso on Chicago side had 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 blocks. Sparks spanked the Suns 102-91. Top performers of that game, T. Charles of Connecticut had 19.7 rebounds. Alabama of LA had 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 11 assists. Moving right along, Mercury defeated the Fevers 95-60 as Cunningham of Indiana had 18 points. Thomas of Phoenix had 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. Moving right along to August 8th. Liberty spanked the Wings 88-77. Top performers was Missy Man of New York had 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. Agwan Bowali had 17 points, 6 rebounds from Dallas. Lennox defeated Mystics by 4, 80-76. Top performers, Citron of Washington had 26 points. Smith of Minnesota had 25 points. Aces defeated the Storm, had 90-86. Top performers of that game was Malonga, had 22 points, 12 rebounds from Seattle, and Washington Las Vegas had 29 points, 12 rebounds, as the Aces dominated the Storm 90-86. August 9th, Sky got spanked by the Fever 92-70. Top performers of that game, Cardoso of Chicago had 6 points, 12 rebounds, and pretty much Fever outscored them in every quarter from first to fourth, putting them high points, beating them by 4 to 6 points in each quarter, and that's why the Fever was able to run away with the victory 92-70. And on Indianapolis side, Mitchell had 26 points, 8 assists. Valkyries defeated the Sparks 72-59. Hamby of LA had 15 points. Burton of Golden State had 16 points. And August 10th, Lennox defeated Liberty 83-71. Top performer Smith of Minnesota had 8 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Cloud of New York had 14 points, 16 rebounds. Mystic defeated the Wings 91-78. Top performers, Alfred of Washington had 23 points, 10 rebounds. Buckner of Dallas had 17 points. Dream defeated Mercury 74-66. Top performers of that game, Jones of Atlanta had 15 points, 11 rebounds, 4 blocks. Thomas of Phoenix had 21 points, 8 rebounds. Storm got spanked by the Sparks as Sparks ran all over the Storm by 3, 94-31, edged them out by 3 points. And the Skykes of Seattle had 27 points, 4 steals. Plum of LA had 20 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. And the Suns got slammed by the Aces 94-86. As the top performers of that game was Rivers of Connecticut had 17 points, 3 steals. As Wilson had 32 points, 20 rebounds of Las Vegas as they ran all over the Suns 94-86. Those are your top performers, scores, and highlights from August 2nd all the way to August 10th. So now you're going to go ahead and switch lanes as we go ahead and talk about my Miami Dolphins and how did they do in their opening debut with the Bears as the Dolphins went for a tie 24-24. Now, if it was regular season, it would have been in sudden death. It was an overtime, baby. Yeah, it would have been an overtime, which it did. Not going to overtime because there's no overtime in the preseason games. There are only 3 preseason games, so there's no overtimes as they walked away 0-1 on both sides, 0-1 because there's no overtime in preseason. But overall, the offense of the Dolphins put up 15 of 33 for 171 yards. Wilson played good. Eris, he's going to be settled down as a third stringer because he had 2 turnovers, which he fumbled the ball trying to scramble out of the pocket, lost where his space in that, lost the focus of the blitzing defensive end, and got sacked and lost the ball twice. The running game was pretty decent, opening up in their preseason debut. Was 26 carries for 101 yards. Our main back was Ali Gordon II, our rookie. He had put up 88 carries for 33 yards, a touchdown. Jalen Wright had 9 carries for 60 yards and a touchdown. Devon Kane had 3 carries for 22 yards. And one thing I like about this, a walk-on free agent, Alexander Madison, had put up 3 carries, 8 yards and a touchdown. So they go all out 3 touchdowns came off the ground, and we pretty much found our backups for Arcane. You got Ali Gordon and Alexander Madison. They're gonna be holding down as well as Jalen Wright. So those are your four backs for the backfield of the Dolphins. Receiver was pretty decent. We had 15 receptions for 214 yards, no touchdowns. The only thing they was looking basically at was Malik Washington, number 6, which is going to be the new slot receiver, as Waddle and Tyreek Hill going to stretch the field, doing slants, going flies. And if Tua can't find nobody, he's going to go ahead and pass it down underneath to Washington to go ahead and keep them sticks moving, as well as Ali Gordon, Kane out the backfield. So pretty much the passing game there, the first stringers looked good. The first string defense looked good. They had a couple of breakdowns as the substitution coming in. So the substitutes had to go ahead on in and get it together as they got 2 more games left of the season, and then we get ready for regular season. So the second stringers, the third stringers, you had to get it together, because when the second and third stringer quarterbacks came in for Chicago, they found loopholes and open gaps in the secondary, so y'all had to go ahead and press down onto that. We go on to team stats. Just like I said, team stats was pretty good, as Miami had total 272 yards against Chicago Bears, 295 yards. As we already said, 2 turnovers caused by Eras. The third-string quarterback came in, because we pretty much know who's going to go ahead and hold it down. What's going to be the number 2? Eras going to be the number 3. That's the most scouted times, because he was traded off to the Pittsburgh Steelers in January. So he was off to the Steelers. So that's only 2 turnovers came over off Evers as he was scrubbing out the pocket and got whacked by the blitzing defensive end and lost the ball on 2 fumbles. We had 16 first down, Miami Dolphins to Chicago 22 first downs, and time of possession went towards the Bears, where they had 33 minutes and 10 seconds, as the Dolphins had 26 minutes and 50 seconds. So that's all. The Dolphins and the Bears was tied, and they are 0-0 in preseason. So when we get our win, as we play next week, we will see. Tune in. If you're a Dolphin fan, tune in and go ahead and watch that game as we go ahead and get ready for the season. Now, moving elsewhere, as we're going to go ahead and talk NFL. Yes, we're going to go ahead and talk about Shedeur Sanders, our big boy Cam Newton, Cameron Ward, not Cam Newton, my bad, Cameron Ward, ex-Miami Hurricane quarterback, as he made his debut with the Titans. And we're going to go ahead and talk about Travis Hunter. Now, one thing I liked about that most is Shedeur Sanders. Everybody passed up Shedeur Sanders, and one thing about the NFL teams who needed a quarterback, because we all know Shedeur Sanders should have came off the board in the first round, number 3, number 4. But y'all pushed him all the way to the 7th round, and look what he did. Shedeur Sanders had 14 of 23 for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, y'all keep in mind, y'all probably saying, oh, well, we all know Joe Flacco will be the starter. But if Shedeur Sanders keeps showing up in preseason and doing their thing, because the Browns beat the Panthers 30-10. So if Shedeur Sanders keep putting up numbers like that, 14 or 23, 100 and 100 plus yards with a couple of touchdowns, he's going to be the starter opening for the Browns in regular season. Yes, a lot of y'all teams didn't pick them because y'all thought that, he needs to be taught a lesson. One thing to all the teams that pushed them all the way down, and the Browns said, hey, there still was a good quality quarterback on the board, and they got him. So, to all the teams that just pushed him down, tells him he needs to be taught a lesson, worth of all, this grown, confident young man don't need to be taught a lesson. Y'all took his confidence as cockiness. When you confident and you know what you got to do, then get it done. Now, just like you said, the press conference, he sit down and said that he was a little nervous, but once he got everything calmed down, they say it's somewhat like college, but it's a little faster. Yes. And he made a lot of great check downs. He threw the ball in a tight window. He threw another ball into 2 tight windows. and he went for touchdowns. He also threw a ball where it was a one-handed catch by his receiver. So yes, Shadur Sanders is here to stay. His brother Shiloh, who played for the defensive back for the Bucks, he did his thing. Had one pass defense, one tackle. So yes, the Sander boys, the Sander posse are doing their thing in the NFL, and I'm happy for them. Now with Cam Ward. Now, Cam Ward noticed that he played his open debut, and just like he said in his press conference, that he needs to manage third downs more better because they went three and out a couple of times. Now, it's up to the Titans offensive line to keep Cameron Ward upright because he is the starter opening season. Backing up will be Brandon Allen and Tim Boyd be fighting for the number 2 position. But right now, the way things going, it look like Allen got that locked down because Allen had completed 6 of 12 for 62 yards, but he threw an interception. Boyles completed 4 for 13 for 24 yards with 2 interceptions. Ward completed 5 for 8 with 67 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. So, yes, Ward still have that touch of the ball when he was with the Hurricanes. But the only thing he did wrong was he had a lot of 3 and outs. He was also flushed out the pocket a couple of times. He could run the ball. He could hurt you with running the ball as well because once he starts scrambling out the pocket, he's going to go ahead and find an open receiver down the field. Now, we knew that Restrepo went to the team. Did Restrepo do anything? Yes, Restrepo played, but he had 0 for 0, but he was targeted twice, which means he overshot Restrepo in certain games. But just like Cam Ward say, is that he has to manage third downs better, but he said we're going to get better as they played a second preseason game. They lost against the Bucks 29-7, but let's go ahead and put the jitters aside. The only touchdown that came on from Tony Pollard, who ran the ball 4 for 9 yards and a touchdown. That's the only touchdown that came in the second quarter off a running play. So, but just like Ken Ward said, that he has to manage the game better and be more effective on third downs and keep the sticks moving and keep moving the ball down the field and put it in for a touchdown to give their team the lead and the victory. Now, last one is our boy, Travis Hunter. Now, Travis Hunter started off as the receiver. He had 2 receptions for 9 yards that he played the little defense. Now, he missed a tackle on the defense, but the thing is, when you get a tired cornerback that over pursued. Now, we know he did everything when he was at Colorado. He played kick returner, punt returner, wide receiver, as well as cornerback, where he lined up on the other side of the field of Shadur Sanders, who was 21. Now, we all know the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars have to make a game deciding decision whether you're going to have Travis Hunter play defense or you're going to have Travis Hunter play offense, because Travis Hunter cannot play 80 plays to 90 plays on both sides of the field. He can't take 80 snaps on offense and probably 80 snaps or 20 snaps or 30 snaps on defense. He got to decide. Now, I'm not saying that Travis Hunter cannot do it. He can. I was watching my sports analyst from ESPN as well as Coach Edwards. He say, hey, if he was the coach of the Jaguars, his game time decision was put him at corner. He has proven in college and he has proven in preseason game that he is a lockdown corner. Even though he missed that tackle coming up on the running back, he over pursued position and was out of angle to make the tackle. Now, he is a lockdown corner. We know that. If you play him on both sides of the on both sides of the ball, you're going to wear him down so fast, so quick, and he might catch a severe injury that's going to end his NFL career altogether. So, if I was the coach of the Jaguars, Travis Hunter will be starting cornerback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, if I want Travis Hunter to come in on third down and 5, a couple of plays, and I know I may have him handle some punt returns, that would be it. But other than that, I would basically set him at cornerback, starting the game when the season opener for the Jaguars, and I will utilize him only on third downs if we are in deep third down position. But I'm not going to have Travis Hunter, and I agree with a lot of people. A lot of analysts say was Stephen A. Um, Edwards, Herman Edwards. A lot of analysts say Hunter should just be started off at cornerback because if you play this gentleman both sides of the field, taking 80 to 90 snaps a game back and forth, back and forth. Because if the game went to sudden death with Jacksonville Jaguars, say for instance, Pittsburgh Steelers and Jacksonville Jaguars in regular season, and the score is tied 31-31, and the Pittsburgh Steelers get the ball. Now you got a tired Travis Hunter coming in playing cornerback. And if I was the quarterback, I'm going right at I'm going right at Travis Hunter because he's out of gas, he's winded, and I'm gonna take advantage of moving the ball down the field with my deep, trusty receivers as I'm stretching the ball deep on the X and Y routes. So that should do it right there. That's how I feel about Travis Hunter. He is a damn dynamic elite player. I agree with a lot of analysts that they would start at cornerback of season opener. But if I'm going to use him on both sides of the ball, he'll come in mostly on third downs and basically at kick returner. That's it. Because he is a damn speedy, top-notch NFL cornerback. So, yes, that's how I would use Travis Hunter. And I agree with a lot of analysts and a lot of coaches that does the analysts of the NFL saying they will use him only at lockdown corner starting off season opener. So yes, that's it for Let's Talk Sports with Ron. I got more coming with you. The season is open up for football, women's basketball, WWE, as well as college football finna get kicked off on the way 2 weeks from now. So yes, I'm going to be giving y'all scores, highlights, the best as I can. Keep everything tracked up in motion as I do my thing. Peace.